A default behavior is a behavior that our dog performs and then maintains in a given context. So the context is a cue for the dog to give us this behavior. So for example, if my dog gets very excited about going outside, I can turn the context of being by the door a cue for my dog to perform their default behavior. So rather than getting all excited about going outside, my dog might sit or lie down and then maintain that behavior so long as we're in that context, so long as we're getting ready to go out the door until I release my dog or give her further instructions. A default behavior also turns into a great way for our dog to do something when they don't know what to do. So for example, if I'm out for a walk with my dog and I suddenly stop and I get distracted by, say talking to my neighbor, my dog will default to her sit or her down because I'm not giving her any other instructions. And finally, we can use this as a way for our dog to start to learn to regulate their own arousal. So if my dog tends to get very jazzed, let's say playing with a toy, I can play with the toy with my dog, then ask her to drop it, and then just holding the toy is a context cue for my dog to offer her default behavior, which in turn lowers her arousal, and then I can release her to play with that toy again. So there's lots of different ways that we can use this game. Now, to initially teach a default behavior, we're going to start by cueing that behavior maybe about 3 times. After we've cued it 3 times, we're then just going to wait and see if our dog offers us the behavior. So we're going to do this separately from the context that we actually want to use the default behavior. So Jane actually opts for defaulting into a down, but I'm going to demonstrate this with a sit. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start by just offering my sit hand signal. I'm not going to use a verbal cue unless my dog is really struggling, and if they are, I might want to reevaluate, performing that behavior in that moment. But I'm going to try just using my hand signal because I want to fade that away very quickly. So I'm going to mark and treat like I normally do. I'm going to toss a little cookie to get her up so that she can go back into the position of a sit. And after I've done that 3 times, then I'm just going to wait. Okay, so rather than give her her sit cue, I'm going to wait and see if she offers her sit. In most cases, my dog's going to because she was just reinforced for sitting. Once she does that, I'm going to click and treat. So I'll show you how this looks. So I cued Jane 3 times with that hand signal, and then I just stopped and waited for her. And then as soon as she presented the sit behavior, I reinforced that for her. If your dog is struggling with this, what you can do is you can provide them the hand signal, but fade it, okay? So let's say this is my sit hand signal. I might do that 3 times, pause. Let's just say she doesn't do anything. Okay, I need to reevaluate. So rather than doing a hand signal like that, I might go like this, right? Click, give her a treat, then I'll fade it again so it's less, okay? So I'm still helping my dog, but I'm just making it a little bit easier. I'm gonna hold off. Good girl. She got confused because I was talking. And so that's the way you can kind of troubleshoot it. So once you've got your default behavior, then we're going to start adding some duration, just like we would with any behavior. So for example, rather than clicking immediately, I'm going to pause and then click touch. So let's say I'm going to wait for her to give me the behavior. Click then. Okay, so now I'm starting to build some duration, and you've got some other videos that you can access to learn more about how you can build a duration in a video. So that is how we're going to teach our default behavior.